Now let's see how they're going to handle each other, because they are very, very similar characters. Both of them can pressure with their projectiles. Both of them have some big hitboxes to them. Both of them have really, really good recoveries, because King Dedede is going to be able to jump at least 4 times before he has to commit to anything else. While K-Rool, he did get nerfed. It is important to remember that K-Rool got nerfed in the last balance patch. It wasn't nothing too serious, but they did nerf a bit the recovery on his up special. And then they made it so that whenever he buries you, he's got a bunch of attacks that are going to bury you if you get grabbed or caught in them. And now they're going to be doing it for less time. But that isn't really that big of a nerf, because while they do nerf you, they do make you stay grounded for less time now, they are still, he's still able to punish you. If you get caught by any of that, he's still going to be able to punish you. And if you get caught by any of that while at higher percentages, they will actually get you buried for longer than they used to. So it was more of a trade-off, making percentage a lot more important. A nice back aerial from Mr. Penguin over here. And that's going to be the first stock going to Creepman. Loru going to be eating that Gordo. And now he's going to be wanting to be careful with that. The ledge is a very safe place to be in, but if you grab it twice in a row, that means that you lose your invincibility. When you grab the ledge for the very first time, a nice combo, just as I was saying, Loru. The percentage was high enough for him to be able to bury him with the down smash and then just connect the forward smash to take the stock. What I was saying about the ledge is that when you grab it the first time, if you notice right there, King Dedede was blinking for a couple of seconds. That means that at those seconds, he is invincible. You cannot hit him. You can hit him slightly before he grabs the ledge. If you time it right, it's really hard to do it. Mostly pro players are the ones that are able to pull it off consistently. But if you grab the ledge, you are invincible. However, if you let go of the ledge without getting back on the stage and you grab it again, you are no longer invincible. So if you grab and then re-grab, they can hit you. And since a lot of characters have attacks that just dunk you straight down, that's called a spike, then you are in trouble. Dedede's recovery is solid enough for him to not have to worry too much about it, but when your percentage is high enough, then you might be wanting to not let them hit you with that. And right now, Loru is going all for it. Loru and the King K. Rool's great recovery allow him to do just that. He can go off the stage and pressure. And if he gets the spike or if he hits you with anything, that's going to be putting you in a very bad position. A nice neutraler right there to cover the approach. Loru is being very careful right here. He doesn't want to be eating a lot of damage from those Gordos, but that upper might do it. No, and nice. Loru was dodging nicely, but Creepman said, no way I'm going to let you live past that. Caught him with the forward air. Nice parry there by Loru. But Creepman is playing his game. Creepman is just hanging around near the ledge, using the Gordos very, very effectively. And this is still even, though. Right now, Loru needs to get a kill, and this will be almost even in percentage. But like I said before, those big boys, the big boys don't die as easily. And now Loru is getting slightly impatient. He ate a lot of damage from those... oh no, screen went black for a second. He ate a lot from the Gordos. So if he doesn't get the KO quickly, then this might be rather complicated for him. The sleep mode, ooh, that shield got rather low. And that's something else that you need to be careful with when fighting the big boys. The big boys can break your shield without having to do much damage to it. Loru is still not being able to find the hit. He's already at 97. Creepman's game has been working out solidly. He's about to lose that stock, but he's going to be having 97% advantage on the percentages right now. That it's looking rough for Loru. He's going to be able to just push him away. And the thing is, right now, Creepman is going to be looking for a solid hit just to end it, while Loru still needs to find a way to rack up some more damage. He needs to rack up some more damage, or instead he could get an edge guard. He could just spike him like we were mentioning a little bit ago, but that's going to be hard. Dedede is definitely not the character that can be spiked as easily. And like I mentioned, Creepman, he's going to be hanging around the ledge. Loru could punish that. Right now, Creepman is re-grabbing the ledge, so Loru could punish that. He's afraid to approach due to the Gordos, and I think that's part of Creepman's plan. Loru can't go in for a punish without risking taking a hit from the Gordos. But still, this is pretty much even now. He started with a deficit of almost 100%. Deficit is down to just 70. But by now, the first one to get a solid hit is going to be losing this game. And both of them going with their projectiles knocks him out of there. The Cannonball is going to be putting him in a rough position. And is that going to be enough? It is! Loru with the comeback. Nice! GG's to both of you. That was a very well played game. And once again, it went down to the wire. The first one who got a decent hit in was going to get it. It was Loru this time with the Cannonball. Well, actually with the Cannonball vacuum. But, that was... My sweat is sweating is what Loru is saying right now. I can't imagine it is. And I can imagine that we're going to be seeing a very similar game too. Because what would you adjust? Both of their game plans were working out solidly. And it was just a matter of that last hit. Once again, we have the duel of monarchs with King Croc versus King Penguin. He's going to be getting some damage with that Gordo. Loru immediately answering with the tilt, trying to pressure on the platform. Not going to be able to get it. He gets clapped. And now that belly. The belly is about to get him off the stage, but Creepman, once again, not going to be going crazy. He's going to be using the ledge, and he's going to be using the Gordos. I'm not sure why that counter didn't work. Ooh, Creepman, he was going all out for it. K-Rool is not easy to spike either, but if you get it, he's going to be getting you... He's not going to be recovering quite easily anymore because his recovery was nerfed. Right now, Creepman, he's got the advantage. The crown just bouncing around. That was rather interesting to watch because both of these characters have something in common. In the sense that whenever something is thrown at them, they can just reflect it, or in the case of Dedede, eat it outright. I don't think he can just eat it and make it disappear, but he can just gobble it in and then throw it back out. And Loru and the counter can do that as well. Right now, they're almost dead even in percentages. I think that's not going to do it. If that Gordo hit, it could have been it, but K-Rool's recovery is still quite decent. It may not have as much distance as it used to, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be coming back whenever you hit him. That's more of that's still a lot more troublesome for Incineroar, for example. We just saw that in a couple rounds ago. Oh, but that boxing glove! He's going to be knocking him out of his first stock. Loru needs to be careful right now because whenever you spawn back, we know that you are invincible for a couple of seconds. That is a solid back air, and that is going to do it. Creepman not letting up, evening up the stocks almost straight away. Oh, Loru dodging that just barely. Creepman is going to be hanging around the ledge again. And look at that. They just throw the projectile and then they just start passing it around because they can't do it. Right now, both of them whiffing a couple of attacks, just trying to get some more damage in. A nice jab by Creepman. Creepman almost got caught jumping right there. Loru was going for a big brain play. Almost got it. But still, look at the projectiles flying around. Creepman has been able to just get the percentage lead slightly. And they're still just playing around with their projectiles. They're still lunging around those big hit boxes. I believe I just saw Creepman's shield get rather low, so he needs to be careful with that. And by now it's probably just recharged to full. The problem with the shields, and like I mentioned before with the big guys, is that they can break them rather easily. And there's no way to recharge your shield. So if they start poking your shield, if they start getting damage in there, it takes a bit I think it just takes a couple of seconds for it to be back at full. And it's dangerous to not have a full shield against a heavy character like these two. Right now, Loru going for the crown. The Gordo not going to be able to set up his edge guard comfortably. And once again, Creepman has the advantage on percentages, but either one could die just from any solid hit right now. Loru trying to use the cannonballs, and right now he could punish because he didn't have invincibility, but he didn't go for it. Oh, the boxing glove just barely being able to shield. Creepman, nice reflexes right there. He's going to be going for that top platform so he can take a breather. Oh, and now right there, the Gordo missed, and then the boxing glove missed as well. We're seeing them. The timer is already almost halfway gone, and they still both have 2 stocks. Now that was called a sour spot. Creepman got the forward smash, but he didn't quite connect with the tip of the hammer, meaning that Loru wasn't sent flying off as he would have if that was the sweet spot of the attack. That happens with a lot of attacks that have good range. in order to just make them not as broken, if you don't get hit with the part that you're going for. Oh, Creepman with a costly mistake right there. I thought he was going to be able to make it, just barely missed the ledge. And now Loru is going to be riding disadvantage as much as he can. We have 36% already, and Creepman still not being able to find a kill. And just as I say it, that dash attack is going to do it. 45 to 0%. Loru with the 1 game advantage, but Creepman won't give up right now. He has a bit of damage right now because he took a couple of hits from the projectiles. Water Doom. Ooh, he was going hard for it. He definitely was going hard for it, and that would have been what he needed to make this a bit more manageable. But right now, once again, we have them both at almost even percentages. Loru went deep, but he was able to make it back. He needs to get his crown back on his head. There we go. And now dodging the Gordo. Creepman, as he's been doing, his whole game plan has been hanging around the ledge. And yes, exactly, Botus. Creepman going up to the platform. Watch out with the top platform. Yes, he decides to avoid it. Whenever you get to pick, you always go for the ledge instead of the top platform. Or at least most of the time. Creepman was just going in and Loru had to stop him with the crown. Next solid hit is going to take this game. Will we see a game 3? Or will Loru take it? Creepman is just hanging out at the ledge, using those Gordos. Loru trying to put some pressure with his projectiles. And right now, the cannonball connecting. And this is a bad position to be in. But that Gordo saved him. If you get hit off the stage, even if you're a character that's got a lot of jumps and everything, it's still bound to shake you up a little bit. And also, an important factor right here is look at the timer. According to tournament rules, and I'm hoping it doesn't get to this, but according to tournament rules, if the timer runs out, the person that had the least percentage takes the game. And we didn't get to it because Creepman, nice forward aerial, gonna take it, and we're going to have a game 3. And GG's again to both of them because these matches are intense. They're a bit more slow-paced, just due to the fact that we have 2 big characters that can't move as fast, but they've still managed to keep us on the edge of our seats most of the time. Because wow, and another game 3, just round 1. We are going to see a switch from Loru, maybe a switch in colors. I don't think I've seen Loru use a different character than K-Roll, but then again, he could always surprise me. And just as I was saying, the thing here is that if the timer runs out, the person that had the least amount of percentages takes the game. There is no sudden death, because in sudden death there's a certain randomness factor that people don't really consider fair. And now is he going for the pocket? No, Loru just tried to he bamboozled us all. We're ready for a switch, and he said, nope, guys, I'm sticking to my main. Don't worry. And in that last game, we were about a minute away from having to go to the percentages deciding. Right now, Loru's starting solidly with a 40% lead. The Gordo not quite being able to punish, but now that back air will, he's able to get up on the platform safely. Creepman just hanging around the ledge. Creepman trying to pressure with the Gordos. Loru, I think Loru saw something that we haven't yet, because he's doing a lot better with the Gordos and everything. Just trying to pressure. Another Gordo flying around. Louis, welcome. He already won mentally? No, you can't just win mentally. You have to win mentally and in the game and in the sportsman-like conduct even. But we don't have any trouble with that, luckily. And just as I was saying that, Creepman has been able to even it up. Right now, he even has a slight percent lead. Not anymore after that, but look at that, 97 to 77. And that belly's gonna do it. Loru caught him jumping off of the ledge. And Creepman needs to find an answer, because now he's down 1 stock, and now he already took 55%. A nice string there by Loru. The Gordo almost bouncing twice, and that would have been a big hit. A nice parry there. And what we're seeing right now is how they, usually when we get to a game 3, both of them have had the chance already to feel each other, how they're trying to play, what their habits are, and I feel like they're both really well adapted to each other right now. Just Loru's been able to get the hits that mattered, because he's almost at a a full stock advantage, and now he's doubled that advantage. Caught Creepman jumping, and Creepman needs to find an answer. This is still totally doable for Creepman if he manages to get the hits that matter. And now that Gordo is the first one of them. Loru not about to let him make the comeback, but Creepman is going for it. Right now, Loru being able to, he kind of, what we call this is a sort of download of what people are trying to do. And Creepman being able, that was the first step if he wants to come back. What happened last tournament with Loru that was kind of sad for Loru's fans as well, is that he was having trouble while dodging. When he was off the stage, Loru had a couple of instances where he dodged and wasn't able to recover afterwards. But right now, luckily, we haven't seen that in any matches so far. I don't think we've seen... we did see a big mistake from Creepman, that he missed the ledge with his recovery in the last match, but that still hasn't been as influential on the outcome. Right now, this is doable. He's got almost... Loru at almost kill percent. Right now, a couple of solid hits are going to be enough to put the stocks back at even when he was at a big deficit. Right when he lost that second stock, Loru still had all three of his. And now this is looking very doable. Loru, of course, not about to let him. Loru, we've seen a bit of adapting now with the way the Gordos are being used. And I believe that's because Creepman noticed that Loru was doing a much better job now at not getting hit by those Gordos on the edge of the map. And he switched it up a little bit. That could have been it. If that dash attack was just a tiny bit more spaced, he would have hit him. And now, oh, the dash. The shockwave's barely saving him right there. But Loru, I think Loru is going to not being able to edgeguard Creepman, using those Gordos very, very effectively right now. And there we go. This is a big percent lead for Loru, who's looking to seal the deal. But Creepman still got a chance. And there's the first hit. 15% to 106. The crown for the pressure. The boxing glove not quite going to connect, but wow, that was a solid hit by Creepman. Almost 40% in just 2 hits. Now nearing 52. Creepman believes in the comeback. 65. Loru. Loru needs to be patient. Loru needs to be very, very patient and just look for the right hit. And he finds it. And that is going to be it. GG's to both of them. A very, very solid showing from both of you. Congratulations.